And contact. All right. Merry Christmas, everyone. It is a Christmas Sunday. And I am working on this first page, this first splash page of Brillig. And it's going pretty well. What do you think? Let's see if I pull the pencil layer off. That's about as good a page as I've ever done, and I'm still working on it. I've still only got a couple more of these monsters to do. And that is going really well. I was thinking about some things I was reading. One of them from a guy called the Dungeon Delver over on Twitter. He said he was going to take on positivity now because he's already 52 years old. I'm 54. I think I'm already pretty positive. But in the case that I'm not, I think I've earned it. Anyway. So for this page, Brillig is falling through this thing called the Nightmare Void. It is connected to all of my worlds of Figment, in the Voleverse. But in this case, it also is going to be connected to Wonderland, which is Alice in Wonderland. If I can get it done. And these creatures, if you saw a previous video of mine, I did a speed run type of video last night. It was like 10:30 at night when I did it. It's ridiculously late. These are Volts from the Fiend Folio in the first edition, Dungeons and Dragons, which I remember quite fondly. And I'm thinking I'm gonna use a number of other classic D&D monsters just for fun in this. I don't know which ones I'm gonna use yet, but it's got to be the weird ones like the Bullet and the Catablopus and the Periton. Periton, I like. Some of these creatures are obviously they're from mythology, so they won't be noticeably D&D, but they'll be whatever. Even the ones um, that would be so-called unique monsters are derivative of something else. You just kind of got to give it another name, and which would probably not be very hard to do, considering that they didn't put a lot of work into these names. But like the Bullet, aka the land shark, it was taken from a Japanese plastic dinosaur figure. That was the look of it. The name land shark itself was taken from the Saturday Night Live skit. Even the owl bear was taken from one of those Japanese dinosaur figurine sets. And you can see the examples. The figurine sets are still out there, and they use them as models, in the D&D monster manual in the first one. Anyways, for the owl bear, for the bullet, etc. That was kind of how things were back then. Now, as for my volts here, I won't call them volts. And mine are actually different than the um, ones in the Fiend Folio, in that mine have an elongated, toothy maw. I would say mine are inspired by volts. But if you're a real D&D guy, you might be justifiably convinced that yes, these are indeed the vaults of D&D. As they get further and further away, you can say I switched to this sort of all black silhouette look. And I'm wondering if that's what I keep. I think I probably do. This has been quite a year. It's not over yet either. Oh shoot. That was not a good line. I like those eyes. All right, let's take a look at it without the pencil layer. I think we could, instead of going all black, we might leave this guy an outline. Going pretty well. Let's see. What do you think? If this were actual size, are my line weights too thin? Should I be like what if I just blacken out the body, kind of do the center mass like that? I think that might work. Shows chunks of rocks falling as well. Oh, I'm not sure if it's working. All right. I think that's pretty good. You get the sense, you see it's the same as the other ones. I mean, that's kind of what we're going for. Oh, obviously we could ink on this forever. With this one I've got definite silhouette going on here. The great thing about it is if it doesn't work, and it might not, we just erase it. We'll just come up with something else. Um, one option is just to have the the place that they're falling towards. We could place that below. It's almost a cover image, which I'm not great at the cover images, but like in the sense that, cover image is usually, or I don't know if it's usually anymore. You would usually show, in the old days, the hero in a really bad spot, like a suspenseful, you know, situation. This came out way better. Look at how that one came out good and this one came out terrible. So let's make the match. Now that's good. I think it's important not to show them too coyly. Um, we lost the horn here. Not to show them too coyly. Like we could, curly cue them up in a circle. Okay, like this one, maybe that's too much of a loop in the tail. By not having them too coily, by sort of emphasizing that they're a bit stiff, that makes them seem a bit more like snakes, more snaky. I don't know. Also, it's um, like I know they can fly, but does the viewer know? Like, am I conveying the sense of flight here? Something to think about. They say the silhouette is often you know, the key to the design. I got that one wrong. Hang on. I got both of those wrong. Let's use this. There we go. Once again, I don't know if I lost it or if I broke it or what. Do I really need that third one up there? Let's take a look. Maybe not. I do need something here. I mean, it could be a chunk of fallen masonry. I could put more black. I mean, I've been trying to figure out ways to work more black into the compositions. And this is one of the ways to do it. I really want to achieve the look of what I would call a traditional silver, or even Bronze Age, early Bronze Age. Um, Comic artist. Like even like a Don Perlin, a Herb Trimpe, or a Sal Buscema. Not even a John Buscema. I would go for the Sal Buscema look, and I would be very happy. Like if I could achieve something approximating that. So squad goals, if we could get to that eventually, because those created all the good comics, all those guys. Dick Giordano's westerns, classic. All right, we're almost there. Okay, I guess the question is, have I given enough like weight or emphasis on this one character? Do I need to go in, throw another layer on, for example, layer 11, and do focus lines? What would that look like? Um, I would put it here and there, and then oh shucks, I can't hold it. Um, you know, think what I'm doing here is I have two focuses lines. It's basically it's here and here, and then I'm kind of throwing some focus lines around it. So some of these are not good. Like that one's not good, but and then some of these came out straight up fucking um vertical. And I just got to figure out which ones they are. So let's take this and unassist it so that we can erase a bit. That's a bad one. That one's probably bad. Let's take it off entirely. I mean, not remove drawing assist. Remove the whole fucking ruler. How's it look? Is it okay? We can draw this sort of texture, doing some dots and dashes. Mobius used to do these little dots and dashes. Now it's a bit derivative, I guess. Like, who do you think you are, Mobius? Um, Moebius? Jean Girard? No, I do not think I am. I am not he. But, like, I recognize what he was trying to do. He was trying to build up some texture. I first started doing this not too long ago. Actually, if you look on the very first page of the Rabbit Fighter thing I did recently, is when I first started to get these cliff walls done a little bit better. Well, if you look on the very first page of the very first 9-volt book, I was kind of going for it there too. I don't think I pulled it off as well. Let's give it a shot. Okay. Yeah, I think we're there. All right, I got my speech. The only thing I'm missing is Story and Art by the Empyrean Vole, which I think we can put in there. Let's put it on layer 11 because I know I don't have too much interfering there. Let's hand jam it in. We won't oh shucks, I just missed that. I'm not going to worry about using a font or something like that. We're going to hand jam it. I never thought I'd be any good at lettering, and I'm not saying I'm good at it now. But let's put it up here. What if I did it in negative? Story. I had this wacky idea of doing a Disney E, like, you know what I mean? I can't do it. The Disney does. It's. I mean, I know Eisner had that look. There we go. This is about actual size, story and art. Is that readable? I might have to redo it. Let's redo it. Story and art is readable. I don't like this area right here. Let's fix that a little bit. All right, let's go for it. Let's do like a little. It's like a little rabbit skull and crossbones or something. All right. Maybe I'll take that last part out. All right. No, come on. I think we've gotten it. Story and art by Empyrean Vole. I think people cool. That's cool. That's straight. We've done it. Only 23 minutes. Well, I was kind of idly working on this for at least 2 episodes of Better Call Saul. Guess what? Second page is ready to rock, man. I got to ink it still, but I've spent plenty of time creating it, and you got to get up a good, uh, start before you can get into, to where it's just flowing through you. So, the danger is you lose track of pages. So, anyways, thank you so much for tuning in to my channel and watching me draw comic pages. I do appreciate it. I know there's no effing money. I know there's no success for anyone other than, the very best, which ain't me. But my stories are good. My characters are awesome, funny, old school. Um, get into it. Check it out. You will be entertained. Sensible chuckle. Sensible chuckles all around. And Merry Christmas. Talk to you later.